device to start the stream and then put out the notifications, because you're right, that definitely works a lot better.
No, I was just trying to say like you just put the notification out early that you're like streaming like soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
know, like you don't have to
exactly.
start the first, just start notification so
No,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
more people in.
You're correct though. That's a good way to be doing things.
11.
What's
Do we
up?
get some money like a down payment on the mission? Correct. I'm just making sure.
That I'm aware of? Hold on. I gotta find my notebook.
I forgot to put this down in the notes.
Let's see. Um, Hollow, do you have a Twitter that you would like me to plug?
I don't have a Twitter. I have a YouTube
Okay.
channel.
Um,
We only get 2,000 for the drop gold though. We get 2,000 gold for the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, split it up.
I think the down payment was not by the Duchess, but was by Giovanni.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
Giovanni.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think 11 had gotten paid by the Duchess yet. I can't find my notebook. What the fuck?
It's all good. Um,
There it is. I was looking for the red part. The white part was showing. Okay.
Sorry, I gotta take my medicine.
that's all good, mate. Stay healthy.
Asthma.
Oh yeah. They suspected I had asthma when I was younger, but and I still have, like, not maybe the best stamina when it comes to like running and shit like that. But I got lucky where they were like, yeah, no, take this inhaler, and then like a week later they were like, no, you don't actually have it. You don't need it.
That's lucky.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think like one day because like asthma is like a bacterial infection
Mm-hmm.
inside the lungs. So like I'm thinking like one day they could just take out the lungs and clean them and then just put them back in. Like I think that would be so much easier
Yeah, bro. Just
than
like,
just having to do all this other stuff.
mm, just like squirt some Ajax in there, scrub around for a little bit. We're good.
Session 3.
Oh shoot! I gotta make preparations. For I need to go clean up the grill real quick
Oh
because
man. All
I,
right, go get that grill
I
clean then.
barbecue.
Go. You can do it.
Yeah, that
Go.
gives me some time to
Uh huh.
eat my food.
Exactly.
I should
We're
be back
we're in
in like
chill
6
zone right
minutes.
now. The quicker you get it done, the quicker you're back here. On delay, on delay.
Yeah, I got you.
uh, oh yeah, I gotta. Fuck, I always forget to at everyone. Much to the chagrin of people on my Discord. At, yeah, I love when you get to type the at everyone button. Yeah. Annoy 90 people at once. Yes, that's power. Let's see. Oh no, Rakusan. Oh, poor Egg Bean. That's no good. Okay, now I can full screen that. Oh, that's right. I need my phone so that I can do my cute little rolls. Where is my phone? There you are. There we go. Yep, got it. So, Um, we have a new person with us today. Uh, so Saint, you had a chance to figure out how to do the rolls. Yes, basically, you do it on one of them their Discord channels. I can
Okay.
put up a little example for you. Um,
Yeah, that'd be great.
Excellent. I'll get right on that then. So essentially, what you're going to be doing, nope, not in there, is you're going to go to this channel, you're going to type an exclamation mark, roll, and then you're going to give it a space, and then you're going to pick what you're rolling. So I'm going to say 1d8. Okay? And then our dear friend Avery generates the roll for us. It's
Okay.
absolutely lovely. And what's super cool is it shows up on the stream, so the people watching not only can see our lovely faces, our characters, maybe any little handouts I put on stream, but they can also see our rolls, which is kind of fun. That's a neat little feature. And then,
All right, I'm just gonna do a test one real quick
yeah,
to see if I've got it.
uh-huh. I called Juche Gang a shitlord.
Ooh.
They called me a rad lib before hopping into my DMs. I wish you luck with that fight, man. Yeah, it looks like it showed up just fine.
Yes, it rolled badly, but it works.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Okay.
yeah. It shows. So yeah, I don't know why it does the object thing, but it shows the username, what they rolled, and the result, which, you know, means that I I can roll in the DM rolls, keep it a little separate from the rest of it. So if I'm trying to keep something secret, nobody's gonna be seeing that.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, it's a lovely setup. I have 3 screens going at once to have this all work correctly. I have the Discord screen over there-ish, right, where I have all 5 of you up, and that's just like a television monitor I've
The
jury rigged.
amazing Dan.
I've got my XSplit right here, and also my camera on my laptop. Hello.
Hello.
And that's where you see everything basically. And then I've also got my little phone where I'm doing my rolls from.
Gotcha.
My poor little phone is so beat up. Who are we
Someone looks like a
missing?
Pokemon card.
We are missing Bear. Yeah, if you got something cool you want to show while we're setting up, like, go on, show it off, King.
I had something cool, but I left it in somewhere else.
I got.
There's a dice set that's really cool that goes in here.
Oh yeah. I got that them really old Pokemon cards from the Fossil set, which was the very first expansion they ever put out. So I got a lot of them Gen 1 cards. Coolest one I have is the Alakazam by far. That's a real cool one. Let's see, I blocked them and reported them before they told me to. Oh boy. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck, but that doesn't sound productive at all, Rakusan. Alright, what you got? Oh, you got some sparklies, huh? Actually, have I ever told my Ross O'Donovan story on stream?
I think so.
You guys know who Ross is, yeah?
No.
Not off the top of my head. No.
Okay, he's like an animator, streamer guy. He made all those super popular Mario Maker levels. He works for Game Grumps. Whole bunch of fun stuff like
okay.
that. He's like B or C tier internet celebrity type.
Okay.
And I'm a fan of his work, right? And
Yeah.
I met him once at a Ren fair, right? Where him, his wife at the time, and a couple other people were sort of chilling and hanging out. and his wife was about to buy these like really cool crystal D20 set, and I was like a little bit in line before them, so I actually bought them right under their nose. And that was the
Oh.
exact same time I met one of my favorite celebrities. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to mention that I did that, and I'm just going to hang out and be chill. And so, because of that, they are my lucky dice. Yeah. It's kind of
I've
sad though.
eaten
Like,
most of
oh,
my dinner.
yeah. Well, I bought them from in front of his wife, but like a week later, they like get divorced, and I'm like, oh, oh, maybe these are cursed. Maybe I shouldn't be using these. Let's see. This fucker is known to do that. Juche gang, huh? All right, I'll keep an eye out for him. Yeah, best of luck with that, Rakusen. Like, I'm sorry to hear about that, bait.
Oh, I should probably send out the link to
If
my
you're
group.
feeling it.
Well, my dad and my brother might pop in.
Oh, that's
I think
That's
my
sweet.
brother might. My brother's still streaming, so maybe he'll rate us. That would be nice.
yeah, that's cool, mate. Um, where is Bear? That's the big question.
Yeah, I do not know.
What's eating him? I might
Normally a lot more talkative.
yeah. Oh, by the way, Saint, since you're new here, like, you know, I think you and Lavin have or you and Liz have talked a little bit already, but like, go ahead
little
and
bit.
like kind of give an intro to the folks and all that.
Okay. On my character, I assume? Yeah?
Your character, you like anything you wanna give us a brief on.
Okay. So my character's name is Casey. They are a sailor, changeling warlock. And honestly, they're just a nerdy little dude. They should never be in a fight. They keep like finding themselves in things and having no way to get themselves out of it. Um, Basically, if they were in like the real world, they'd be an accountant, and not like the cool one, like just a regular accountant.
Not like a TikTok accountant.
Exactly. Yes.
A naval accountant who is made a pact with some sort of dark being. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
It's always the quiet ones. What can I say?
And
It
wears
always
glasses.
is the quiet ones. Speaking of quiet ones, at Bear, you good mate.
Did you, Dr. K, get that one image I sent you earlier this week?
I mayst
This
not
one?
have. What
Okay.
was that?
I sent it privately, and it was basically the of the person who broke Lavin's heart.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Casey or Saint and I built them together.
Yeah, I did see that.
Which was really awkward because I was in the middle of work when we were building them.
That's all good.
I had someone walk into my office and I was just like, oh god, no.
Please
Hello.
don't ask what I'm doing.
Yeah, instances like that where it's just like the hind brain takes over and you like freeze and it's like, no, I'm not. This isn't no. Like you just give them the look like we're not gonna talk about this yet.
I wonder what Bear's doing because he just got home.
Oh, that's right. I forget that the guy jumps in on here right after a day about the town. Okay, if that's the case, I need to chill my fucking motors a bit.
I'm just wondering where he went though. Like it's a pandemic. What was he doing?
Well, I mean, people gotta still fucking work in this pandemic because apparently the government ain't here to fucking make sure we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I gotta work tonight after this game.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
So I work overnight. So I
Mhm.
work from like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. So
That's
That's one thing I'm not looking forward to when I
Yeah.
get out of high school. Just going straight into the workforce.
yeah.
I got lucky. I got a 9 to 5.
mm-hmm.
Well, it's
Those are rare these
7 to
days.
3:30, but still, it's good hours. I don't like
Yeah,
getting out of bed most mornings, but I make do.
Oof.
I work a lot of odd jobs. Just like you think it, I've probably worked it at some point.
Yeah, I know that life.
hmm I'm I'm
I've
considering
done a
just
lot of
like
weird.
at this point for stability's sake, like finding like either I want to get a position as a longshoreman or maybe a merchant marine. Like working in the them oceanic businesses around here is pretty good money. So if I can get a union card for that, well, I'd be pretty pleased.
Yeah, and they're only gonna get more as there's more sea.
There's
As
more
the sea level
sea.
rises.
Yeah,
There's more jobs needed.
exactly as Team Aqua succeeds and the oceans exist more, we have to prepare accordingly.
I appreciate the reference.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Groudon. I was Team Magma, but okay.
Well, you know, as an animal that do be living kind of on land, like I support the idea of more land a little bit more. To be fair, but I don't know, ocean fun.
Nah, Team Rocket all the way. Just
Hey, hey, man! Like when it comes to types I like to train, like it shouldn't be too mysterious to know that I love me some dark types. Especially
Yeah,
that fat little
that
Persian.
boy.
That's the best thing they've added in years.
Yeah, the Alolan Persian. I
Yeah, that
love
little
it.
goth Garfield.
Kind of looks like an actual Persian cat, which is like even better.
hmm
hold on, babe. What are you doing?
What do you mean? What's he
He's
doing?
getting ready to stream.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he was just in the back. I thought he
yeah.
was like coming into the room.
Bear's making sure he's got that drip all settled.
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Whoa! This is hold on. I still have at 200%.
I think I'm pretty good this week. I touched up everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I shaved real nice beforehand, so I'm looking absolutely fine like usual, but even more so today.
Hey,
Was
what
that
happened to your
Officially
mic?
Was that like a
hired
club?
on.
What?
I I don't know. I thought Bear just like moved a club by the screen or something. Huh?
Oh,
Wrong.
Chocolate.
Okay.
It's a 2-foot blunt.
I mean, hey man, I respect
Wait,
it.
I have a question. What happened to your mic that was really bad and could not? Well, it wasn't bad. We just could not hear you at all.
Oh, I just have AirPods. Those were literally AirPods. I have no fucking clue, man. Like that shit was not working.
Mm-hmm. That's all good. This is the first time ever where I've actually had to lower your volume slightly. That's
yeah, I had
impressive.
it on 200%, so I'm like,
hmm
Yeah, I know.
no shit.
As soon as
Gotta
you
bring it
talked,
down.
I was like, wait.
We can hear your beautiful soprano now.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
sound so much different now than you did last.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, I sound the same.
Mm.
I always sound like this shit.
We the only thing that's changed is decibels. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everything's the same. All right.
Yeah, the speaking style has not changed, but I'm like the way you sound. You
Mhm.
sounded like a quiet, like scared kid. I ain't gonna lie. You sound like this quiet, reserved, and now you just have this confidence that was not projected at
Yeah,
all. with your
he's
voice.
coming out of his shell. He's doing just fine.
Nah, man, I've always been like this shit. But nah, first week, school was ass, dog. That shit was terrible.
Yep. Hey, you know what? It's in the past. You back, Hollow? You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Is everyone ready then? Shall we resume?
Yeah, I've eaten like 95% of my dinner, so.
All right.
I don't
Dinner.
think eating
Whoa.
fried chicken on stream is like.
Oh, people love that
Right.
ASMR shit. No, all right. So where were we? I need to stop doing like the ist thing. But
I was asleep in the cabinet
all
because I
right,
thought the combo was over.
you ran off. Bear had seen Lavin's true form, um,
Punched me.
punched you. All
Ooh.
right.
Very cool.
Perfect roleplay moment.
Mhm.
Totally cool.
Yeah, you guys had your temporary like setting aside of that stuff as you had opened up the large chest that had been sitting in the ship's cabin, right? And
Mm-hmm.
inside you had found a KO'd Giovanni, um, some plans, and another one of the keys. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that is where we will start off. Maseres is not in the scene. Casey is not in the scene, but we will introduce both of you back in a moment. Sound good, folks?
Yeah. I'm
Excellent.
just imagine you hear snoring just throughout the shit.
Yeah, my boy taking a big sleepy. All right. So this is the man you've been searching for some time. He's knocked out in
Yep.
a
I
wooden
had
crate.
put on. I
I
put
thought he
a
was dead.
healing word on him to like help him out
Mm-hmm.
because he seemed kind of beat up.
Yeah. So you cast that spell over him, right?
Yeah,
And
last session.
yeah, and he's breathing. You know, he's not dead, but he seems to be in some sort of induced sleep, and whatever it is incredibly strong. As you know,
This
the usual tricks to wake someone up in a situation like that just do not seem to be working.
So like me, like kicking him doesn't do anything.
Nope, absolutely nothing.
Fuck. Damn.
And for those unaware, Giovanni's basically a count with a lot of technological knowledge. In some ways, sort of the Tesla or other notable inventor of his day. A lot of useful stuff has come out of this gentleman. And a lot of people want him dead or want him, kidnapped and making things for them.
First things first. Do we hide him and take him, or do we leave him here? Because if anyone sees him on the ship, and there's a chance we don't know who wants to kill him.
It's
we
best
can
not
take
to
him.
take him.
We can't leave him here. It's the case is broken open, and that's really suspicious to just leave an unconscious man sleeping in a crate.
It's also suspicious to carry a very notable dude, also unconscious, on a boat.
Say he's drunk.
Apparently, we have to hide who he is. People will know who he is, right? He's popular.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
look at
is
him.
a
And I just
famous
like point to
figure.
the floor. Yeah, like look at him.
Ooh, does anyone have like invisibility or something? Because I do. It would have been so useful.
Boo!
I've
Some
got.
goats aren't here.
Yeah. Sorry, that was the
Yeah, metagamey.
uncommunicative ghost.
That's all good.
Yeah, ghost. That's why I said, ooh, I'm the ghost that isn't there.
Well,
How big is Giovanni?
Giovanni he's about 5'8", 5'9". It's not a huge dude. He's not small either though. Um, Hollow, you would actually know what spells Maseres does have as you're a good friend of his.
Mhm.
So you would know that Maseres has invisibility, but
I also do a little bit of the backstory, but not much. Like
yeah,
the father.
I've read what you put down. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a disguise kit, but I doubt that'll help too much. There's also the option of someone maybe being able to dispel the spell that's on him. I don't have that capability, but it's an option.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
first thing first, we need to get him somewhere safe and not let anyone see him or let
Let
anyone know we have him.
Well, then I
Let's go to
say,
Marcellus' captain. He has magic and probably could disguise him easily.
Yeah, he's better off not in my quarters. I could have company at any moment, so having him there would not be the best idea.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't want him in my room. So the series it is.
Yeah, let's hurry up and get this over with. The longer we stay here, the more chance we have being seen. So,
Should
yeah,
we
let's.
take the plans that are in here too?
Of course.
All right.
Also, there's like building parts, correct, inside the chest, right?
Building parts.
Yeah, like parts to the machine,
Oh,
right?
machine. Yeah, there's a key specifically to
Ju-
one of the three control keys.
Just the key. That's the only thing that's there. And other than Giovanni.
Yes, there's a key, there's part of his plans, and there is the gentleman himself. Now, the key and the plans itself, I will let you take those anywhere in the ship, without a check, because, you know, they're very easy to hide. But I'm still curious how you plan on moving this gentleman to Miss Aries' cabin without anyone noticing. It's a very wily coyote situation you find yourself in.
Is Giovanni beat up? Does he have any marks on his face?
Um, Surprisingly, no. He's got some bruises on his wrist, but overall, he doesn't look like he put up too much of a scuffle. To be fair, you realize since it was four orcs against one aging gentleman, they probably didn't have too much of a hard time overpowering him.
All
How
right.
big were the orcs? Like, what armor did they have?
They are only about a few inches shorter than yourself, and they have a very Napoleonic style of armor. So they, for the most part, weren't armored except for on their legs, which they had like long shin guards, on their arms where they had gauntlets, and a piece that is known as like a neck brace kind of thing.
I was thinking if we could get a helmet, make him look like an adventurer or something.
Mm.
Someone not him.
Well,
Anything to hide his face.
they are they
They're
are
bigger than him.
yeah, they are full uniforms, but they don't cover the face. No, the faces are very much out in the open.
I could just give him my jacket and you carry him on your back. So,
Hollow does have a face concealing mask.
mm, fine.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to give it up. I understand.
I got it from my mother, man. She gave this to me. It's quite precious, and I really don't
I
want
mean,
old
we could
man
just
breath on it.
I
So,
just tear off one of the guy's uniforms. Like, I mean, like just tear it off and just put it over his face. Like, who cares? Like, put like just like a mask part, like a bandana.
Okay,
yeah,
all right. So now you
Yeah,
have
so it
that
doesn't
works.
look like we're kidnapping a guy.
yeah now you have
Yeah.
a unconscious man of somewhat dubious identity. It'll hold up on a far away look, but if anyone's close up, they're gonna know something is up almost immediately.
Does anyone have a cloak or anything to put on him? Like hide the clothing,
I
make
mean,
him look trash.
I have a vest on me that could cover him up some more. Just have an unconscious man.
Mhm.
Lavin, what do
I
you
mean,
have?
I think the more you try to cover it up, the more conspicuous it is.
I mean, we have
True.
a guy with a mask in very rich
This
clothing who's
is a
very
very
popular,
large plan.
bleeding. That
Just
doesn't
cough a
look
couple
good for
times, and then no
anyone.
one will be with you in 6 feet.
And you hear a knock
Maybe
from the sailors who went out to capture the last of the orc fellas.
Hmm.
Everything all right in there?
Yes. Actually, I have an idea. Lavin was a third party member. Lavin, turn into something else, and we'll just say this is you.
turn
Alright,
into something else.
yeah, something small, something inconspicuous. Maybe a squirrel or something.
That's not how my shape changing works.
Wait, does your clothes change with you?
No, I'm in a different set of clothing than I was before.
Ah, shit. So when you were like normal elf, then you went to a gnome. Okay, fuck.
Let's just move. We gotta move now.
Yeah,
Hello, is
honestly.
everything all right in there? We're coming in a moment.
I'll take the key and the papers.
Okay.
I pick up Giovanni and I have a cloak on me, like a bear, made from
We're
a bear
already
skin.
beat up, so let's just go with, hey, it was a rough fight. We're going back to our rooms.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
You just start booking it.
All right. So the sailors Oh, Maceres is awake and he's coming towards him. All right.
No, I was bear. You just see bear just
Oh, okay,
running
okay.
down the hall.
Yeah. So the sailors come in and they look you guys over and they say, "Is everything? You look quite. Should we get you to the medical ward? Do you need to? You look like
No, we're
No,
good. I'm a
we're just
doctor
gonna
of sorts, so
we're just
I
gonna
can
head
pass
back
it.
to our quarters. It was
and
just a little bit of a scuffle.
they look up Giovanni and they're like, he was not here before. Who's this?
An
This
extra
was the man they
undertaker.
were attacking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask for you to roll a deception, please.
Which one?
Bear, since you were the one who said it.
Fuck yeah, I'm taking the lead on this.
Advantage? I argue advantage for our group because they were helping him.
Yeah, the font of charisma, Bear the Barbarian.
Puts Lavin to shame.
Hey.
Truly, the puts the suave bard to shame by a mile.
How many guards are there?
These aren't guards. These are not warriors.
my
These are
goodness.
sailors who came in an emergency at Hollow's
19.
behest.
I put everyone to shame. Don't worry, Lavin. It's not just you.
So the head of the sailors who was carrying sort of a club around for an emergency, sort of looks you all up and down. It's like, man's probably had some grog. It's been a long week. Let's just leave it be. Not our business. Get involved, right, boys? And he starts ordering them to go do some sailory things, tend to ropes, check inventory, things like that.
I see. We're gonna just pick them up and just start moving.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get out of here before they ask any more questions.
Mm-hmm. And as you pass through the various areas of the ship, Casey, you are in and amongst, and you see this. You see a large gentleman, sort of touting around someone who is either drunk or unconscious. Kind of hard to tell. They did an okay job at making it hard to tell. Um, Lavin, what form do you take when making your way back to the room?
I think I went back to the human one
Okay, yeah,
before the guards arrived.
yeah, your least suspicious form. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you did it right when I punched you.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
you'll
Who?
and Casey, while Lavin is in a different form, this is an old friend of yours, and you can always tell that one particular trait that they always keep, irregardless of form. So you can definitely tell it's an old friend of yours. But the rest of you, Hollow included, you all make it back to Maceres' cabin, where he is on his cot, splayed out, fast asleep like a baby.
How do they look when I see them? Like, I think you said they were just in a fight or something.
Yeah, they look roughed up.
Bear's fine.
Bear has a little few speckles of blood on his face, but they don't seem to be his.
It's pretty fine.
Slice the man in half.
Mm-hmm.
Lavin is holding their side, and the shirt's very bloody and it's cut.
Yeah. Keep
And
in mind, you
definitely a black
definitely you definitely get some odd looks as you're passing through, but nobody seems to want to get involved in the business. Partially because nobody wants to mess with Bear. That seems like more trouble than it's worth.
Well, I hear them knocking on my door, or they just break it down and I'm just fast asleep.
Well, did you lock your cabin?
Well, I mean, I did because I was assuming that I would be chased.
Mm. What I'm gonna say is I'm gonna hand wave it and say that you all kind of have the keys to each other's cabins and that they're able to make it in just fine. Sound fair enough?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
I was
so
just wondering if anyone had a key. That's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask.
we'll say for posterity's sake, you all have keys that work on each other's.
Alright.
Maybe we all share we share rooms. I shared this room with Miseries.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking
Okay,
like
there we go. So yeah, Bear has a key to this room. And obviously in this room there's 2 cots, there's a bathroom, and there's a like a little hotel, like, you know, it's like a little hotel at the sea. It's very nice.
Alright.
Well, if you're gonna leave him here, I'm gonna head to my room and clean up a bit.
Why clean up here?
I like some privacy.
Well, fair enough, but I don't want to be left alone with unconscious guy in that one. Look at him. This is what I have to deal with daily.
Wait, who are you gesturing to?
Viserys, while
Oh,
he's
okay.
asleep, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I just dropped Giovanni because he's fully asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't do shit with him, so like, I
Yeah.
just drop him on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do a good snoring impression?
You did an
Yes,
excellent
you
one.
did. Well, they're both asleep, and Hollow's
I
still
mean-
here. I think you'll be fine.
Okay. So
Fine.
with that, you know, you all sort of go your separate ways, and we're gonna say you all take a short rest. Now, Casey, in this time, what are you getting up to?
I think you said that some people are doing inventory.
Yeah, there's some sailors taking account.
I'd probably be doing inventory.
Okay, yeah, you're working on the ship as well?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Nothing like manual labor,
Mhm.
but like anything written, basically.
And yeah, you do some inventory for a little bit, taking numbers with a couple of friends you made during this sea voyage. When the head sailor, who we saw earlier, had the club in his hand, kind of comes up to you. He's a older human in his 50s, and he sort of comes up to you and he says, "Casey, how you doing, kid? Everything going right?"
Yeah, I'm just helping with inventory.
Excellent. You're a people person, Casey. So I got a bit of a job for you. Sound good?
Okay.
Them folks in the cabins up before, they're up in the fancy cabins. And he kind of pulls you a little close, and he says, "Listen, those people, they're the guests of the Duchess, from what I heard. So these are VIP types. So I want to make sure that everything's going ship shape with them, because whatever happened to them here, I don't want them giving us like a bad fantasy Yelp review or anything like that, right? So I want you to go up and check on them and give them whatever they need to make sure they don't say nothing that'll get us in trouble. Sound good?"
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you, kiddo. You're doing me a real solid. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And some other sailors are looking like at the senior who's playing favorites, and he tells them like, "Get back to work, you scallywags." And then he gives you like a grandfatherly thumbs up. So what do you get up to, Casey? So where were we? We were saying
Casey
I-
was.
Casey
I
was going to
see
investigate.
what door I knocked on.
Right. So what number did you get?
A one.
One.
A 1. So I'm gonna say that you knock on. Let's see, 1. So that would be Bear and Maseries' room.
Oh no.
Oh, with the passed out guy on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you head up to the hall and you knock on the very first door you see that that you think is the correct one, and
What?
I don't know if Miss Aries is awake at this point or what
Can
Bear
can
is
I
up
wake
to.
up?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you could say that whenever you want.
Yeah, I wake up and I'm like,
yeah.
What?
Okay,
5 more minutes, please. We ordered that.
so Bear, Miss Aries, like answering the door is entirely up to you at this point.
Alright.
How long do you think
I
it's
see the person that just passed out?
Yeah, Miss Aries, the knocking wakes you up, and you see Giovanni splayed out on the cot next to you.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna say, so we found him. He good?
Yep. You handle him, I'm going to open the door.
Alright,
And
so
Bear
I'll
would walk
cast
over to the door.
invisibility.
And Bear, so Bear answers the door, and so a 7 foot tall gentleman with
7, sir. He's 8.
an 8 foot
Oh.
tall man with gray skin, sort of like the vampire that everyone's all horny about, roughly around that size, answers the door, but
I will have you know that she is 9'5".
yeah, instead of a
Which is
milf,
insane.
it's a dilf, and Bear stands in front of you.
Yeah, I look way up. Oh, hi. The captain just wanted to know if you guys needed anything.
No, we good.
Um, got any alcohol?
I would assume we have some on the boat, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
a spider to just slide.
You,
My
you got
spider to just
you got the
slide.
cheap stuff, the grog and the rum, and you got the fancy stuff. Either of those you got in plenty supply.
Whichever one gets you fucked up the fastest.
Well, definitely not the
cheaper
grog.
stuff.
Can my spider just slowly climb up, like just kind of like unnoticeably, just that spider that's on your clothes?
Yeah. Wait, where are you having it climb up? Like Casey?
Yes.
All right. Um, Casey,
The
roll
spider.
perception for me if you can, mate.
Me?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Gonna die. It's gonna die.
Not gonna lie, I
Get that dude back.
Perception. Okay.
I'm gonna spend 10 gold to get the dude back.
Not great.
Not great.
I roll a stealth.
It's 11.
Okay, so because you rolled poorly, the spider manages to climb all the way up to your shoulder before you can actually before you notice it, and your head turns around. You see this you know baseball sized spider on your shoulder.
And I just say, it wants to have a pet.
Ceres is
Pet
a
the
weird
spider.
little fucker.
What happened?
Oh,
Pet the spider. Okay. All right. Sure. I will pet the spider awkwardly.
you would pet the spider?
He told me to.
Okay, so Bear, you notice that your wizard companion is terrorizing this poor person with their pet spider, and issuing very awkward commands. Is there anything you do in this scene?
Well, I would like to just grab the spider and just lift it up and just
Mhm.
throw it back into the room.
Mhm.
Just baseball toss it back when she's not
They are
even looking.
meta.
And Lavin Hollow, since your room is just across the hall, and you guys are both taking your short rests right now, you can
No.
both hear these odd commands, and just Misery's being a general weirdo to some poor crew member.
I'm making a distraction so they don't notice the body. Like, I ain't wasting a level.
No,
2
no,
spell.
that's fair, and it is distracting, but it is also very awkward as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's weird.
I
Really weird. I don't understand him most of the time either.
Yeah. Is this everyone in the group? Does anyone else want anything? Because I can get you some alcohol. Definitely. I would like to not keep the spider though.
It's okay. I'll take the spider's back with me now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would like to wonder if there is a great old health potion.
A what now?
Health potion?
Those are quite expensive to make, but
She said anything.
I mean, my man did say anything.
I will see if I can find one.
Mm.
Just ignore him. Just follow up with anything and just tell him what it is. He won't
Mm.
know.
Oh, that's free 50 gold. What do you mean? Don't ignore me.
Mm.
I'm a stingy man. I did that.
Okay.
Okay.
There are
So
two
like
other people.
I write this down in like a little notebook, what they
Mhm.
wanted. And then I will go to the next door
Okay.
because
Um.
they're clearly not in this room. So
Okay. Uh. Let's say you. All right. So the next room in order is Lavin's.
knock, knock, knock.
You say,
Uh, one moment, please.
come
And
on. Okay,
a couple
I'm gonna
moments,
be quiet.
Lavin comes to the door in a robe. Hi, how can I help you?
11
Hey, it's been a while.
and a minute.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh, yeah. I was just told to come see if you guys needed anything. They wanted alcohol and a healing potion, and one of them has a really weird spider, but
oh, that's mysterious. He's something. Um, I mean, I can just use a bottle of wine
okay.
and
Sure.
maybe a light meal. It's been a day. Oh,
Yeah, I saw you
Food.
guys earlier. It looked like you got in a fight.
yeah, yeah. Apparently, I'm a little rusty at the whole infiltrating and gathering information bit. So,
And obviously, to
Okay.
Casey, this is all news to you.
uh, okay, sure. Um, I'll get you the bottle of wine.
okay.
Um, I think
Hey,
there's
guys.
one more person that I had to check on, or are they in this room too?
Nah, how though?
Oh, I'm the only one in this room. I've got work.
Mm.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want me to
For
leave it
sure.
outside the door then, or
Yeah, that'd be great. And we can catch up later.
later? Yeah.
And with that, there is some gentlemen come into this hallway with insignia of the Cormets upon their chests. So
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
sort of fancy insignia. And these are some pretty heavily armed fellows, and they come in toting
Invisibility.
these little
I
fancy little
cast
spears.
invisibility. I cast invisibility
Shush.
on Giovanni.
The DM's talking. Shush.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, sorry.
We'll get to that. Don't worry. So there's about 12 of these, heavily armed gentlemen, and then at the end of them is an older fellow who, unlike them, is not wearing a helmet, but instead rather regal attire. And you recognize this man, right? You recognize this man quite well. This is Lance, who is the number two of the Duchess. This is her master of arms. And Lance is a graying man in his late 40s, and a fair veteran of a few fights. And the men sort of stop, and each of them, three each, stand at guard of each of the doorways, facing outwards. Lance then looks over at Case and he says, "Do you have business here?"
Uh, I work on the ship. I'm just taking like orders for like drinks and food and stuff.
And he sort of leans in, sort of suavely putting his elbow on the wall, and he says, "Here, hand me the orders, please. I will have one of my men fill it out. Your time is very much appreciated, though."
I just look over at Lavin for a second. I have no idea what's going on. And I hands him or whoever the little notebook. And And I didn't get to one last person in the next room.
Oh, I'm certain they'll be fine without. They'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry about them one bit.
Okay. Okay, bye. And then I just like run away.
Mm-hmm.
And I go tell the captain dude what just happened.
Yeah, and the okay, and I'll do the captain bit first so that we can sort of really set some time aside for what is going to be a bit of a scene. And he says, I kid, I don't know what's happened either. These them's the Duchess's men. Apparently there's a stowaway that they're looking for. Uh, are you, listen, I'd stay out of them way. If this is some sort of fight between them wealthy folk, it's best folks like I don't get involved. Think they're gonna be gutting them like a fish or something. Whatever it is, I want no part of it. And obviously, gutting them like a fish, you have a friend in and amongst them, so that's gonna raise some eyebrows. And he just goes back to his pipe, just pretending he's very much taking the stance of I didn't see anything.
That their armor that they were wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, are there windows in the rooms?
Yeah, there's little portholes.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna do so. I'm going to go to my room. I assume I have.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send Talia, my Shido dragon,
Okay.
to go to the windows and try to listen in.
Okay. Is Talia? Do you keep Talia in a cage or anything, or is it just kind of like a house cat you just leave lying around?
I can essentially just pop her into existence.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I can like snap.
And you've been
keeping
your
familiar.
And you've been
It's a familiar. That's exactly what it is. It's a familiar.
And you've
okay, so it's like my spider.
Yeah, you've been keeping your powers under wraps while you've been working on the ship, or no?
I don't think I was using much magic. I think they would probably know that I was a changeling. I wasn't keeping that a secret.
Okay.
I wasn't really using my magic for anything.
Okay. So yeah, no one. Well, because of this, nobody knows who the pseudo dragon belongs to. So if it gets caught, you are fairly untraceable in this situation. Yeah. So your dragon sort of curls up around the portcullis of Bear and Myceres' room, and you are privy to essentially anything that Bear or Myceres would be able to hear. Right.
Awesome.
And so,
I would like to prepare. I put Giovanni underneath the bed.
Okay.
And I'd like to prepare an invisibility spell, like that's almost done. Mm-hmm. Just hold it if they start to open up the door.
All right. Yeah. So you begin prepping your spell, and you can essentially pop it off in one round should you need to.
Do you have a second level spell? Because we didn't have a long rest yet.
Oh no! I'm counting. I'm counting the little bed rest you've had now as a long rest. Don't worry.
Also, I have arcane recovery.
Mm-hmm. So Lance sort of calls. Lance has his men knock on all of your doors and says like, "All right, come out to the main hallway. Let's have a little chit chat. In fact, let's have some privacy." And he picks a room at random, and he says, he flips a coin, and I don't really have a coin on hand, but I have a D4, and so that's basically Yeah, it's a coin with 2 extra sides. And so he says, "Oh, that's the worst roll." He points at Bear's room. And he says, "Right, men, let's meet in there."
All right, so I cast the spell then.
Yeah.
And
And
he's underneath my bed,
mhm.
invisible.
and he says like, "Your name, Duchess said was Lavin, and he points to Hollow and he says, person who I don't really care about, come into this room. Let's talk." And Lance
Just
sit
Robin heads
Lance sits on the bed that Giovanni is under, and he kicks his boots up and he says, "Right then, all of you, you're allies of the Duchess, yes? We're friends.
Yeah.
We're on the same team here.
Yeah.
I heard Giovanni, who has been actively working against Her Highness, has essentially hid somewhere in and amongst this ship. And so, we're all friends. I want the safety of this kingdom, as do all of you."
Wait! I didn't know Giovanni was working against us. Why were we not made aware of this? What? We could have just sacrificed him to the dragon. Why did we save him?
Wait, what? You
You talk
haven't
too
heard?
fast. Chill, slow down.
You haven't
We
heard?
were escaping with him with a dragon. We could have left him in the dragon area.
That's
We
right.
specifically went out of our way to save him.
No, for what essentially happened is he was working with us at the time, and then when we got back to town, her Empress required crucial plans to protect the kingdom, and Mr. Giovanni refused. He refused to take part in any of it. And so,
Do I have to be here? I prefer to leave.
oh, you may leave any time you wish, though keep in mind that will be rather suspect upon your own record.
Good. Don't care. I'm
Very well, goodbye. And he leans
Hey
over to
man,
one.
y'all came into our rooms and barged in. Y'all are
You are
very
leaving,
impolite.
yes? Go upon. Be free.
I'm just gonna stand behind the door.
X. Okay, so you're still sort of standby. If any of you see him, right, he is now a fugitive, and if you know anything about what he's doing,
That's not what my dad said. Apparently, he's a missing person.
he fled. He fled after he refused to help our Empress. Not Empress, Duchess, sorry. A little aspirational on my part. But if you have any information on him, you will let me know, yes? To do
Yeah, apparently
any...
orcs took him.
Orcs took...
We don't know what happened, but there was a bunch of orcs. Yeah. My dad was part of the team that was investigating, but yeah, we don't know what happened afterwards, but there was a bunch of orcs that took him, so you might want to try to find some orcs.
You two. And he gestures to Baron Levin. Do you corroborate this tale?
That's the information we were aware of, yes.
Very well. Well, if you see this man, please report him to me immediately. Understood?
Alright. Yeah, sure.
And he gets up and you can and stretches and he says, "Au revoir, have a lovely day, and might I say, try the gilded clam, the little bar they have here. It's very lovely. Men, we're moving out. Come along, boys." And his little cadre of knights gets up and gets on out.
I quickly walk away from the door.
Yeah, you make yourself scarce as to not be suspicious. And they don't see you, don't worry. You rolled for that. You're good.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Don't tell anyone anything.
Yeah, I mean, they almost found out that I stole some of their money. Can I see? Can I roll a sleight of hand to see if I stole some? No, I'm joking.
I mean, I'll allow it if you really want to do that, bro. Like,
You're gonna
I
get
only
your
have a
shit
plus
kicked
3,
in,
I'm
dude.
not-
yeah, like I I won't stop you from doing anything, really.
I don't want to die yet.
Mhm.
It's okay.
So yeah, Casey, you are now privy to this intrigue you didn't know existed before. And Maseres revealed some crucial information maybe a bit sooner than he should have, and Hollow
Oh,
played coy.
what? What?
I,
Oh, that
no.
was selective information.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
gave
know, I
them
know.
some of the truth, but
I'm
not
just
all the
giving
truth.
you a
Now they're
hard
going on a
time. Anyways, so you hear essentially a navy bell ringing in the distance, saying that we're about to land in Cormetz.
All right.
Just for clarification, real quick, did I see Giovanni in their room when I went to it?
These
No,
He
no,
invisible
no.
wasn't
I,
things?
hidden
I,
yet.
I rolled a passive perception for you, and you did not see. You saw essentially a gentleman
A
who was
spider.
vaguely disguised asleep on the bed, right? And
Yeah.
like I said, their disguise for him holds up from far away, not from up close.
Yeah.
And
And
you
the
were
spider
far enough away
distracted
you
you.
weren't able to see.
The
But I
spider,
did
the spider
see,
was not.
Yeah,
I
you
did
saw a
see
sleeping
Maceres,
gentleman.
and then I also saw through Talia. I saw Maceres cast invisibility on the body.
Yes.
Shove it under the bed.
Yeah, through your
Okay.
dragon, you saw some invisibility get cast.
Okay.
Wait, hold. There was a cat? I would have.
Nope.
I didn't know.
Not a cat.
No, none of the knights saw.
Pseudo dragon.
Only her dragon saw.
Oh, okay. So does that
She's
mean my spider
outside.
can see some stuff? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My spider can my spider slowly just kind of crawl behind him at a long, far away?
What? Follow the knights?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll let you do that.
Alright. Spidey, go.
But
I'm
yeah,
not the role in real life, but
yeah, you can see you're no longer at sea, but now pulling upriver.
Lavin,
Yes,
what's our story?
my story.
Well, what's our story with Giovanni and everything? Can't let him. If we. Mysterious let it know that he's missing. Palace or roof, no one knows that. He just went missing an hour ago. That's suspicious.
well, yeah, no, but we the ones that reported him. I roll an 8.
We didn't have to
That's
tell
my
him we reported him. We didn't even have to tell him that we knew him. We could just say we saw
saved
him
him.
and we didn't see him.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I felt like it would have been more suspicious though if we lied all the way. I feel like it's more believable when you give some of the truth, but not all the truth.
I mean, my idea was just tell him I saw him. I was going to meet him this morning. I couldn't see him, so I just went to the boat. End of story.
I mean, that could be our story from now on.
But
I do have
Feel
a
like
home
consistency.
base here in Cormet. So
Alright, yeah, let's go there. Heel
if you
champ.
let me finish speaking, that would be
Oh, sorry.
fantastic. How long does invisibility last?
About
I know it's an hour.
Okay. Can you cast it again, possibly today?
Yes, that would leave me with no second ability slots, but all I have is a squashing ray, so I'll just use magic missiles, I guess, instead. So
We can do is once we reach port, we might still have a little bit of time before the spell wears off. But if we're careful, we can probably just take him back to my place, and he can stay there until we can figure out what else to do. At least we can try to wake him up while we're there.
One issue.
That sounds fine with me.
And I can
Once the spell
probably-
casts off, I'll recast it. Okay.
Yep, that sounds like a plan. I can probably have Garrett arrange subtle transportation back home, or we can figure out a way to house him safely.
Mm-hmm.
One issue. How are we going to carry something invisible and not look suspicious?
Well, you've got a giant bag, right?
I have a cloak.
Okay,
I
so
could
just we'll carry him on your back and put your cloak over it. It just looks like a giant backpack. There you go.
We could put him in a giant backpack.
Do we have a giant backpack?
We can. I don't think we do. I just have a normal size backpack. I mean, yeah, that can work, but I hope it just doesn't look weird because it's like lumpy and weird. But no,
Uh,
Just
last.
carry him
question is Casey, is your dragon still listening in?
Yes.
Okay.
We could do.
Considering I have familiar as well, do I know this?
No, it's like curled around the out. Portholes are like round windows that kind of jut out a little bit. The thing is like curled around the crenellations.
So my spider can't be inside walls then.
Not ship walls. These are very dense walls. But continue with Bear and Lavin.
We could just do. We can kind of strap them to your back where it looks like a pack, and then cover it with your cloak.
Yeah, I think
That
that would be good.
way, kind of like a baby sling, you know.
And just have it on the back. Yeah.
And then we'll cover it with the cloak to where it looks like you're just carrying like a really big bag.
That could work.
Because we don't want to draw too much attention to it. We just want to
Yeah.
get through. My place is not too far from here, from port.
And as you guys are discussing this, people are beginning to get off the ship as it's now docked.
Well, I gotta go get dressed and collect my things. So,
I will begin to tie Giovanni to my back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a venturing kit, so like I assume I have rope, so I just start like cutting off pieces and like.
Yeah. You jury rig like a little baby carrier for him.
Yeah, it's just weird to do it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lavin can help and then go get dressed and gather their things.
Exactly.
Thank God.
And like Bear's an outdoorsy survivalist type. He's made little jury rigs like this before. So Lavin, you finish up helping Bear, and you have a second to get primed and niced and done up before you leave the ship. Is there any particular form you're taking now that your comrades have taken you being a doppelganger shockingly well?
The human form they were holding when they started this, because that's probably what Garrett is going to be expecting when they arrive back.
Yeah, the sort of handsome, pretty boy that you were doing earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my little Howl Pendragon look.
Excellent. Let's see. Does anyone else make any final preparations before they start unboarding? And keep in mind, Casey, as sailors do stuff on commission, this is sort of something people don't know, but basically every time you're at port, unless you've signed like a really long contract with a ship, you're basically free to leave once that you reach port, and you can find another job if you want, or you can keep working on the ship or whatever. So what is going through your head, and what are you doing?
How suspicious does the invisible dude on Bear's back look? Like, can they get away with this like that?
I actually really like this plan, and so I'm going to say to some extent they are pulling it off. Like it essentially just looks like Bear is carrying a very heavy bag. And to your knowledge, you are the only one with knowledge of this plan outside of this inner circle.
Okay. In that case, I will. Are people like undocking right now? Like we're leaving?
Yeah. The boat is docked. Well, actually, so you notice something. There's sort of been a sudden holdup in people getting off of the ship, as the port area where people get off the ship is surrounded by a huge angry mob. There are a lot of angry people surrounding this ship. And
I go to the Duchess and be like, "Hello, so are we gonna? Is our job here finished, or do you need help? I mean, there could be an extra fee, but do you need help with that mob that seems very mad?"
And she's like visibly sweating. No, 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 don't worry. Lance has this. And Lance sort of steps forward with, his heavy spear and his 12 knights. And garrisons from Cormets are actually coming up forward as well. And they seem to be like forcing a path open. Um, no one seems to be getting killed, but this is definitely a rough situation where he's forcing this wide open path so that the Duchess and her entourage
But
are able to leave the ship.
Does it seem like the
So
mob is angry at them? At the
Yeah,
Duchess?
it is clearly angry at the Dutch. There are like a few like signs even that depict her as like this terrible decrepit lich sort of looming over Cormets and things like that. Like
so
these are
legally
people who are
greedy,
very
taking the.
clearly upset at her.
I wonder why. Is half the city on fire? By the way, we were not clear about.
No,
Entirely.
the city is fine.
Oh, then why are they angry? Nothing's happened yet.
No, no.
Viserys truly spoken like a rich kid.
Mm.
Honestly, that's some of the best RP I've seen out of Viserys yet. That seems pretty good and on
would they?
brand.
So it's just focus on the queen, so we could probably get through kind of easy, right?
Yeah, they don't give a shit about you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No one does.
Let's get to my place. I'll lead the way.
I'm shoot. I just came out the shower.
Okay, yeah. So Hollow, still like hair wet, and I don't know what does Hollow do with his hair when it's wet?
Well, I always gotta dry it off. Put some conditioner and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
I got long dreads, so
Yeah, that's fair.
if that's wet, I'm
He takes
cold.
care.
Mm-hmm.
Always take care of the hair.
You got it. It's tough with dreads. Takes high maintenance. But yeah,
I'm also gonna go to the.
what's
Go
that?
ahead. I was gonna go to the kitchen see if I can get some room service.
Okay, yeah, you get some last minute little snacks as you're leaving.
I never get that bottle of wine. Damn.
And I never got what I wanted to
Yep.
do.
Yeah,
I
Lance
wonder when I'll be-
Lance on top of being a weirdo and kind of a dick, also didn't have his knights fill your order. Damn.
Take that
That's
glass.
actually what I was waiting there for, to see if they were going to come back and fill the order.
No, they did not. They are complete shit fucks.
I mean, we
I'm
didn't
gonna
get
give
charged
this
for
boat a bad review.
Damn.
I'm just gonna like
Mhm.
go over like just before I leave the Duchess. Like, okay, so Lance is kind of a dick. He said he would give us our order, and he did not.
Did you expect him to?
Well, yes, he said a respectable man like him said something, so as of that, he should obviously follow through with.
Actually, honestly, I take it back. Viserys is great at RPing a fucking spoiled rich brat.
You've grown up amongst the affluent. I think you would know better than to like assume of someone of high standing is automatically of honor and respect.
Yes, but
Because in my experience, it's quite the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, I kind of hate nobles.
yes, but you have to put it on a facade. There's a certain way of doing things that is supposed to be maintained, and he just broke the facade like completely.
Anyway, so Lance has now managed to disperse most of the mob,
Alright.
and things seem to be going back to normal, minus quite a few people who have bruises on their heads or shoulders now from a good drubbing of the dull end of a spear.
So how did we? So are we gonna just leave? Let's go, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Casey, what are you doing now that you're at port?
Do I get paid
You do.
because the trip
In-
is over?
Yeah, as
Okay.
you go up to the guy who was pretending he didn't see shit, he's like, "All right, your penance," and he hands you 300 gold. So
What?
Okay.
That's a long stint at sea. Like that's a pretty good pay. That's about a 5 month payment, which was probably about as long as Casey had been serving there.
Right. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
In that case,
Slowly gonna dwindle down.
yeah. I'm gonna see if I can nab that bottle of wine that
Mm-hmm.
Lavin wanted
Okay.
on my way out. And then I'm gonna head to the bar because I know that's where they
Okay.
stay.
Yeah. So you kind of since Lavin and the crew has gotten a head start, you're sort of tailing behind them a little bit as you head through, the very beautiful sandstone reliefs and very like Parisian style grand Champs-Élysées. I can't pronounce French words, but like the main roads of the city of Cormetz. And as you all are walking through, the it's a very beautiful city with you notice a few shops are boarded up, and people are giving you strange looks, and it's sort of an interesting contrast of an incredibly beautiful architecturally rich city with wonderful roads and infrastructure and all that good stuff, contrasted with what seems to be some measure of impoverishment and crime surrounding it. But uh, more than most, as a native, Lavin is all too familiar with these sorts of sites and recognizes, that this is partially to do with the dragon Francesco, essentially, sucking the coffers of Cormetz dry with his ransoms. But on top of that, the Duchess has been maybe not the most wise and frugal of monarchs. Um,
11 knows that.
so what is the
Big
name?
battle.
What is the name of the bar you are heading towards?
Hold on. Let me fantasy name generators this.
And in fact, I'm going to hand DM reins over to Liz for about 3 minutes, since this is a backstory bit. Like I'm giving them full descriptive power of what's going on
Okay, hold
as you
on.
guys arrive inside.
Fucking, where is it? It's here
I,
somewhere.
I know you weren't ready to get put on the spot, huh?
I was not. I was
No,
not.
it's fucking hot seat. Man, is there a boilerplate beneath this seat? That is one crispy fucking
Her name's not
lazy
working.
boy.
All right. Um. Um.
And that's okay. I have to write Lance down as a new character, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, quick question. And the area we're at, is it like very hot or like what's the temp like the weather?
Cormetz. I mean, I'm not shy about it. Like I've based Cormetz pretty heavily off of Paris. And so like it's about the same sort of biosphere as well, where it's not like England levels of like cold and rainy, but it's sort of more in a nice medium zone, you know, just
Okay.
shy of being Mediterranean.
So wait. Does that mean that croissant is English?
Uh, I no 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 no. Uh, I've made sure, because I love to oppress the English. I've made sure not to base a single setting in this fantasy world off of anywhere in England. that's
Okay.
that's just a bad
So
joke.
the name. Let's see. It's French. Oh, I can't pronounce any of those fucking names.
Would you like me to do one?
No, I got one. It's called the Lavender Manor.
Oh,
It's a little higher end. So first floor is like bar. Second floor is some small nice rooms for guests to stay, and then the top floor, which is basically a penthouse, is where Lavin lit.
Okay. Living the high life, huh?
And there's a balcony on the
Okay.
top floor.
And then what is the job of your half orc gentleman here?
Garrett kind of he's in charge of any staff that are there. He keeps
Oh,
track
okay,
of
he's manager.
appointments. He's manager. He's also
Okay.
part bouncer. So if I have issue with any clients,
Mm-hmm.
he can and
Yeah,
will rough them up.
he's the big dude around these parts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you managed to get to the the
The manor.
lavender manor. Oh, kind of makes me think of the honeybee inn from Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, you managed to get to the lavender manor. A-okay. What does it look like inside? Describe it to us.
Um, Scented candles are always burning to
Mm-hmm.
always like lilac or lavenders, just trying to have like a calming atmosphere. There's a small
Yeah,
stage where Lavin will perform on occasion.
an aesthetic sort of mood.
Yeah, and then there's just like nice silk and satin tapestries about with just some nice embroidery of imagery of flowers and such.
Mm-hmm. So at one of the tables, as you all come inside, you see a very large half orc, almost the size of uh, of Bear, sitting there with his hair in a ponytail and very small glasses on, sort of hunched over a book, and he's got a little abacus next to him, and he's running some numbers as you guys make your way inside. Um, and Casey, you will be here in 2 minutes.
Good evening, Garrett. I'm home for the time being.
Oh, Lavin! How you doing, kiddo?
Little roughed up at the moment. It's been a long journey.
I heard. Uh, Please explain what happened. I heard that the train got the entire train got kidnapped, huh? What's up with that?
The dragon. It's this Francesco, the one that's been giving us problems
Oh,
lately.
jeez. Well, the main actor makes his iconic appearance, huh? And not too good. Not too good at all. Not too good here either. I'm running numbers right now, and ugh, I hope we won't have to take another loan out. But it's looking good. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna move some numbers around. I think we'll be all right.
Might have to water down some of the wine for a bit.
Yes, and he looks all around. Who are these fellows you got with you, huh?
The amazing Mercedes. And just like I do sort of like flare and
Uh-huh.
a tip of my hat.
Yeah, you do like a cantrip to like sort of zhuzh it up a bit.
Yeah.
I get it. And
These are, I guess, my party members for the time being.
oh,
We got recruited into some work, but we need to lay down some roots for the moment to figure out our next steps.
fair. And he suddenly stops and he looks at Bear and he walks up to him and
What, mate?
he extends a big muscly arm towards you.
Have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh yeah, you know exactly what I'm doing,
Yeah,
bitch.
when they fucking,
Yeah.
it's just like the fucking
Yeah,
the full on bicep wrap,
yeah.
and he's like just pulls in. He's like,
Yeah.
"What, mate?"
Oh, now there's a big boy. How you doing? Oh yeah.
He just shows the same aggression. He's like, "It's so glad to be with someone who knows how it is."
What was his
Lavin, I didn't know you had good taste in friends. Now this is my kind of man.
Yeah. Bear with me. Is that a come on for a second or no?
It only is if you want it to be, sir. Now
The
then.
mage hand just spelled something in the corner just because I'm mad. He just ignored me. Just completely ignored me. So I'm going to mage
And
hand.
he keeps ignoring you even as you mage hand.
I just mage hand some spells.
He just swats it away like it was a fly.
Lavin looks to Mysteries. if one thing is out of place, he will have your ass.
Oh, you know it.
Gesturing to Jared
Hmm.
or Garrett.
He
And Garrick sort of leans towards the meta fourth wall camera. I took a couple levels in Monk if you want to see what that looks like.
No, no, not
Hmm.
that evil
he will
glass.
literally have your ass.
Yeah.
But
I don't wanna
he
see
flexes with Bear for a moment. And he's like, "Oh, of course, Lavin. I hope you folks have a lovely time here."
We do have, I assume with things being so tight, we have our rooms available for the night.
Oh, of course you have your rooms available for the night.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure we're about to get paid pretty handsomely after a certain incident happened.
Nobody needs
Well,
to know this. More serious, please settle down.
Oh, no, I
Hey.
meant like from the Duchess. The Duchess.
No. They do not need to know anything.
And I
Unnecessary information.
just rolled a perception for the big boy, and he sort of looks at Bear funny. He's like, "So what's that you're carrying, huh?"
That's
Baggage.
business we
That's
have to
invisibility.
attend to.
I see. What's
Wait, it's invisible.
Baggage.
Why are we carrying?
would
Check inside. It's invisible.
would invisibility have worn off at this point?
No, because
It
I
lasts
recast
an
it.
hour.
Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, and I recast it.
Okay. Yes.
So I have 0 second level spells, by the way.
Okay.
So we do not want to get into a fight.
We have rooms on the second floor. Take your pick. Bear, if you would drop the luggage off in my room, third floor, do not touch anything. I will get Jared caught up on what's going on.
And as you
Alright.
say that, Casey arrives with a large bottle of wine in is it her or they?
Either.
Okay. So she arrives with a bottle of wine in her hands.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to take me up on my offer to catch up.
Oh. I mean, I can go.
Oh.
And Garrick sees Casey and he says, "Casey, you're playing all the hits today, Lavin. No, kid, come on inside. Come in. Come in.
Trust her with this. She can come in.
Yeah, she could."
Okay, wait. We
Listen,
don't
I
trust the
know you
bartender,
may
but
have
we trust
something
him.
wrong, but I love that kid. Plays a good game of liar's dice, I'll tell you that. So,
Okay, so once Casey comes in, Lavin's going to lock the door.
mm-hmm,
We are closed until further notice, until this is settled. Not that it really matters at the moment. Things are tight.
yeah, and even as you do that, you see some Cormetzian knights sort of, making their way down the big street.
All right.
How are we going to get paid?
We can worry about that later. We have a few more pressing matters to deal with.
Should I get the table in the back set up?
Yes.
All right, will do.
Lavin,
Yes.
any specific place you want the luggage in your room?
The bed, preferably.
Alright.
On top of it, not under it.
Alright. Got us everything out. I see. And Bear will just walk up and try to find her room.
Mm-hmm.
It's the third floor and the only room.
Yeah, you managed to find sort of a small French-style penthouse, sort of reserved for Lavin. It's nice. It's got a very Lavin aesthetic to it.
DM, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do I have a family member in this city?
Maybe, but it's a distant one.
Alright. I'm gonna see if I can I'm just gonna see if I can find a place in my memory.
Okay,
Just kind
yeah,
of thing.
we'll do that in a bit. So you all get settled, and Garrick has now set up sort of a large, sort of secretive table in the back, and has double checked to make sure that all the patrons are out before sort of jostling you all inside and sitting you down at this sort of backroom table. So what's going on?
Oh, I'm
Who wants to
assuming
lead
that-
on this?
I have
Go
a
ahead,
question.
Paolo. All right.
I'm assuming that this friend of yours is a changeling as well.
Well, she doesn't hide it like I do.
Alright.
Hmm?
We know each
Why
other.
do you hide your changeling, by the way?
It's a preference.
All right.
It's not a good one.
Well, why do you wear a mask?
Oh, it's a gift from my mother. It's just a, family thing. I got it from my mother and I prefer to keep it on. I have nothing to hide. I still keep on my goggles because of my eyes. It just helps, it's like glasses.
And you sort of learn that where Hollow is from, which is sort of the pirate islands up north, that keeping your identity a bit on the down low is kind of important, and has gotten to the point where it's almost just a cultural thing to just sort of keep your identity on the down low most of the time.
Well,
I
there's a,
just prefer. I have the ability to hold multiple forms, and can be a waste to not do that.
Where is Giovanni stowed, by the way?
He's up in my bedroom on the bed.
Mhm.
So there was something
Yeah.
up with that bear fellow. What was he carrying?
Giovanni.
The count?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I got yelled at for saying this, by the way. Why you guys all yell at me as soon as I said a little bit about payment?
Because you're kind of a blabbermouth, I'm not gonna lie.
Casey, do you know what's going on here?
Apparently, some count named Giovanni was working for the Duchess and betrayed her
No, was
and like
forced to. He was trying to be
fled
forced.
and like has some plans that she was looking for, and now he's like wanted or something. I'm not really sure.
I would like to look
Yeah,
at
see, very
Casey.
serious. Like,
No, I want to look at Casey like confused because like how do you know?
that's not the
Well,
truth. What? You just hear.
I was worried about Lavin when all those guards came. So I might have been listening in.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I brought wine.
We need better security.
I also have wine.
Are you saying something about my security job, kid?
No, we got eavesdropped easily. Talking
Oh,
about
on
our
the ship,
security.
you mean?
Yeah.
This is why you need a half orc around.
Well,
I mean, I also have wine if that helps. Better time than any. Can I pull out the bottle? I still don't know what it is. Does
Uh,
anyone know?
bottle. Where did you get it from?
It was from
Giovanni.
Giovanni's house. You said like masterwork wine or
Oh
something.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
just don't.
yeah. It's just like really finely aged, like rich people wine. It's just real good shit.
Stuff
I
that
mean,
left
better time than
especially
any.
for the top clients.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
So you pull out
Well,
what in our world would be like a $1,500 bottle of wine.
Yo,
Which
you could
I
sell that
just
for
take
so
it
much.
out. Just
yeah, that's
super
the real
confused.
world equivalent. So like, even Garrick is like, what the fuck? Where'd you? Why were you just randomly carrying that?
we
I
were
don't know. You want to
invited.
drink it?
You're drinking that? Bruh, we could literally be set for our next adventure. Why are you drinking it?
Wine
You don't know what this
drunk.
wine is. Yeah. You
Anyway,
don't know what it is.
Anyways, come on. Yeah, what's going on?
we were invited to Giovanni's place earlier today. Upon arrival, it was broken into and ransacked. We did some investigating and followed the trail towards the Great Princess, the steamship we just arrived on. We found some orcs there and a little bit of a scuffle. I'm going to need bandages for that later. And upon disposing of them, we were able to break open this chest they were trying to show me. And Giovanni was inside. He's underneath a very strong sleep spell at the moment. I'm not capable of breaking it. and we couldn't just leave him here. The Duchess is looking for him. He's considered a fugitive at the moment. He has hired us to track down the plans of the Clockwork Dragon he's been working on.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the full thing?
We
The
have
full
half of it.
plans?
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like he's building a war crime just waiting to happen. Do you
We
have
have some
the?
of
No,
the
the
plans,
Duchess was
but
building
it
a
seems
war
like
crime.
many factions are after this technology.
It's like
Makes sense. Why? That's some powerful stuff.
Yes.
yeah, and it's
But
not complete. That's the problem.
Giovanni is
The
very
problem is,
concerned about it.
yeah, there's no
because
way to
it's like-
control it yet. So you can build a mass destruction weapon without
Dude,
any way to control.
Well,
chill out.
and he Garrick pats Giovanni or Maseres on the head like, okay, rich kid, that's all good. It's all good. So what are we doing about this?
That's the trick, because they're looking for him. He's considered because the way the Duchess is spinning it, because Lance came to our rooms, we managed to hide him for the time being, because Giovanni has hired us to get the plans back from the Duchess. But it also seems, again, many other factions are after the same information.
Well, seems like
I
the
figured
first
this
thing
was
you
a
need
safer place to take him.
seems like first thing you need to do is wake him up.
Yes, that's the trick. I don't have anything on my set of skills that can do that at the moment, and we had quite the fight on the ship, so I'm not sure how charged up everyone is to break that spell.
And then and Maseres, this is where this one distant family member of yours actually comes back to mind. You actually know the head apothecary in the city who might actually know something about this. A distant aunt of yours by the name of Salyu.
Alright, how do you spell that?
Saliaux. French spelling. Fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Salyu.
DM,
Yeah, what's up?
the National Orcs that we killed that took Giovanni, they're part of a different nation than the Duchess, right?
Yeah, they are from a nation called Nashland, which is essentially been entirely set up by these industrialized orcs who just want to conquer everything for their deity's sake.
Alright.
It's entirely a fascist nation through and through, and an awful place to visit. I would recommend against it.
It's like World War II Germany.
I wouldn't say World War II. I would say if you're trying to make a comparison, probably World War One would be a more apt comparison, industrially speaking. Ideologically,
Wait,
though,
allies?
I wouldn't really compare it to anything in our own real world.
Okay, sorry, I heard fascist, so I thought.
No, it's all good. I get it. I just threw in a word.
Right.
Bear, I'm gonna make a point of it. It probably isn't anything, and this is in character. Do you think the Queen's working with those orcs, or who hired them? Was it National? Was it the Queen, or are they working together?
I think they're opposed. They're just after the same goal.
So we have two enemies instead of one.
Well, hold on. We have no enemies. Giovanni has two enemies. We have
But
one.
Giovanni hired us.
This
Therefore,
bitch.
our enemies.
Yes,
This
but to
fucking
get the
bitch.
plans back from the Duchess. Nothing about protecting him from those orc guys.
So you're saying we should have just left a beat up unconscious
No.
man in the crate?
No, I'm saying that we're gonna get it back from the Duchess, we don't need to make an enemy out of the orcs. We just have to protect them from them. We don't have to go and fight offensively. We don't have to take action.
Actually, that's pretty fair on his part. Yeah.
No, but it's still, we have to keep an eye out for them.
Oh well, yeah, we have to be more wary of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say be careful of folks from Nashland in general.
That's fair. They did quite a number on me today.
Well, So does anyone have a plan to wake him up then?
I have an aunt I could try to get in touch with. It's a
Hmm.
distant aunt, so I don't really know. My family's not really that close, but I should at least be able to talk to her. Don't know if she would help or if she's really that trustworthy. But
What does this lady have that's actually useful though? If it's just an
DM,
aunt,
what DM, what was the position again?
apothecary,
Apothecary.
Yeah, I don't know how to
basically a
pronounce
master
that.
herbalist.
Okay.
Potion
So
master.
yeah, potion master. Potion master. She's a potion master.
You waited till now to bring that up.
Well, I mean, I don't really know her that well, but I just thought it might be helpful if we're trying to figure out how to cure the sleepiness.
You got some real fine folks in your party. You got some real, yeah.
I know.
That's
I
all
know,
right.
right?
That's all right. Well, why don't you all rest up here tonight, and tomorrow you make off for her. Sound good?
Fair
Yep,
enough.
we'll figure something out.
If it sounds good to you folks, I'm gonna start making dinner.
Sounds fantastic.
What would-
What do you guys have a preference for? Jared can cook pretty much anything.
Something gamey.
Something big?
Like,
Oh,
no
big.
gamey.
Gamey.
No gamey. Like deer, elk, like.
How about duck à l'orange? I can do
That
that.
sounds fantastic. We might need
Excellent.
3 ducks though.
Excellent.
What?
I got some dried in the kitchen right now.
Fantastic. Rest of you can go get settled in your rooms.
Mm-hmm.
2nd floor. If you're gonna come to the 3rd floor, you must knock.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Okay.
Lavin,
Yes.
should we keep the luggage in your room in case anyone, like the queen or anything, wants to visit you?
Not taking any appointments today.
Well, she's
Weird.
the queen. She could.
She's a duchess.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Sorry, I hate nobility. I don't know the difference between them.
You know what? That's a great RP way to cover that up.
Yeah,
And
they're all kind of the same to me.
take an inspiration for that one. I like that.
I believe, considering the mob we saw, she's other pressing matters to attend to.
Oh yeah, are we gonna get paid?
I'm sure eventually.
You gotta wake his ass up first if you want him to pay you, though.
We
Oh,
got
no, the Duchess. We were paid to escort her, right? I mean,
Yeah, you failed
I don't
at
know
that
about
job, dude.
yeah,
no, we saved her from the dragon. We saved her from the dragon.
I don't
I
know.
feel like
I think she may have turned her back on you folks. And may have
But she said
shortchanged
she
you.
would give us a bonus.
Yeah.
She said she would give us a bonus. How dare she?
a point of reference, Miss Eris, for future reference.
Hmm?
Half up front. Always. Always half up front.
Yeah.
Other half
Lavin
upon
knows how to
completion.
negotiate. Mhm. So, if there's anything else, I'm gonna say you guys have a lovely duck dinner, and you get a very nice long rest.
My spells are back home.
Yep. Yeah. Anything that you get from a long rest, take it now. And in the morning, you also get a nice little croissant and coffee, and now you are all ready to go about the day. It's nice and early, and there's posters up of Giovanni's face everywhere.
Mr. Ort, can I have some flour, sugar, and some eggshells? I know it's a weird order, but it'll be useful to
What are
me in
you
the
doing
end.
with it?
Helping the party.
Lavin, do I trust this guy?
That's up to you.
I always should trust anybody at these days.
For now.
All right, here. And he gives you what
He's
you
not
need.
the one who cast a charm person on me, so
Okay.
it's fine.
Yes, I did. Because we were arguing.
Miss Aries, just take the L, dude. Just take the.
I know.
We should
All right.
probably make some house group rules later on if we're even going to stand a chance of not annoying the crap out of each other
All right.
or trying to kill each other. So everybody
Okay.
agree with that? We can do that later.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah. So you now have a massive city sort of open for your wanderings.
All right. I'd like to
Sabino
go to
was
my
sort
aunt.
of a medium-sized town. This is essentially the largest size of town one can ethically make in D&D. This is like a world city kind of thing.
Kralancha and beyond.
Yeah.
I'd like to go meet my aunt.
All right. And what does everyone else do?
I will probably catch up with Casey. It's been a couple of years.
Okay. Are you doing that on the way to the apothecary or just in general?
Oh, Lavin's staying home.
Okay.
Um, I would like to. I have some stuff on me, like I could sell. Like the bottle when I poured it out, the emissary said like it's expensive,
Mm-hmm.
so Bear wouldn't drink it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know, you try to sell things because
Okay.
and like
Yeah, you're gonna
be up
go
on
pawn it off
supplies.
essentially.
Yeah, or like if Lavin wants it.
Let's go.
Okay.
I have influenced you.
Okay. And then Hollow, what are you doing in the city in the day you have free?
I'm assuming my ship is here, since
Yes,
we
your
left
ship
from.
is docked in Cormet's harbor.
All right, just making sure. So,
We could have used a ship. Oh, so dumb.
no, serious. So,
Yeah.
slow down. Uh, actually, I'm
So
gonna be in my room,
here.
creating.
Okay, what are you doing in your room?
I'm gonna make some smoke bombs.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like little flower smoke bombs. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, I get what you're doing.
and
Cool.
that's like a really short thing to do. So
Yeah,
then I'm
that's
gonna go with
actually a good
Bear.
rogue thing to do of you. Excellent work. Um, I'm gonna start with Bear. So you're just going to pawn off the wine. Anything else you need?
Yeah, and look at shops or anything like useful because like just to re up since like he's in town and
Yeah, yeah, of course.
he would want better supplies.
Yes. Anything in particular you're looking for while you're here?
Weaponry, armor, anything
Okay.
interesting?
Yeah, there is a good decent district set aside for that sort of thing. Um, you're asked sort of to leave your big sword at home though. Sort of frowned
Can
upon
I
to be
have
carrying.
gone with him? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Casey. All right. So what we'll do is we'll say you and Lavin catch up in the morning, right? So we'll do that, and then we'll have the scene. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. So Lavin, Casey, you guys are sort of, I don't know if you're sitting inside or outside, but you're sort of catching up over breakfast.
I think we're out on the balcony
Okay.
of Lavin's suite.
Yeah. And you guys can hear Hollow, like, stuffing flour into eggshells in the other room.
Just you hear me rehearsing my lines of how I'm gonna meet my aunt.
Yeah, okay. So you hear that stuff going on in the background, and you two sort of are sitting next to each other.
You've been at sea for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was on that ship for a couple months, and then a couple other ships before then. You know, I usually stay on the water.
I've heard it's nice. Prefer to be here on land, but sometimes you have to travel for work.
Yeah. Well, I'm making a map. So, you know, I'm working on something for, so I got to be able to go different places so I can map it out.
Sounds like a good goal to have. Have you seen Trevane lately? I know you guys used to cross paths quite often.
We were on a boat together like 3 years ago.
Oh.
But it kind of sunk, and I woke up floating, and I haven't seen anyone from the crew since.
No, I mean,
I'm sure they're fine, but
I
uh,
haven't heard from him in 30 years. That's why I asked. I just thought you knew something more current, but it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I
So,
wasn't looking for them, but I haven't seen them.
yeah, yeah. Just his letters stopped not too long ago, about 3 years ago. So, do you have a current contract at all?
Oh
Are you
no,
looking?
I just finished mine. I just got paid. Um, I was gonna stay in town for a couple days. I need some new armor and stuff, you know. Um,
I
and
understand that.
and then I was just gonna see what other ships were around. You know, I hop back and forth on different ships. I usually take whatever contract is there. If it's an interesting or new place or something.
Well, I know we could use your skills since you eavesdropped on us so easily. We could definitely use your help with this.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm sorry about that. I went to talk to the captain of the ship, and he was like, "Oh, it's fine. They're probably just going to be all killed or something." And I was like, "Crap." Um, so I wanted to make sure that if something went down, I could, you know, help, maybe.
I appreciate it. It's nice to have someone having my back.
And while you two
I,
see this, you see like a puff of like flower smoke coming out of the room next to yours, or from the floor below.
that's gonna be a mess.
Is that a problem? What is that? That's new.
That's just what was the Duchess's retinue until recently. I've traveled with this bunch on and off throughout the years, and so Mysterious is new, and I don't know how to feel about him yet. He's very young and stupid.
Yeah, it's a
But
weird group,
it is.
but
I've always,
I'm free, so I can
I'd
hang
be,
around for a while.
I'd appreciate it.
Do you want to see how I was spying on you?
Yes, that would be rather useful to know.
Cool. Uh, and I just snap my fingers, and Talia appears like curled around my neck.
Yeah, in a little like puff of smoke, you have like a lizard scarf.
Yeah,
Oh, a pseudo dragon. Very useful.
yeah. Well, I mean, she can be other things, but this one's my favorite.
Sirius has a spider. Is it?
Yeah, I
Probably
met
no.
it. I wasn't a fan. Uh, I did meet it.
And about this time, Bear, you're coming up the stairs to grab up Casey since you two decided to go shopping together, like
Yeah.
besties do.
It'd be like the weird, awkward conversation, like friend of friends who have to hang out for some reason and they don't know what they're gonna talk about.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Bear's big hand knocks on your door.
To be fair, guess you two are shopping today.
Yeah, well, he said he was going into town, and I just want to pick up some armor. Especially if you guys just got in a fight and we're all gonna be going somewhere
Yeah,
doing something. I don't know.
that makes sense. Well, enjoy your time on the town. Just be careful. Keep an eye. I trust Bear enough, but keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Bear, you and Casey meet up.
Nice. I'm gonna be like, you'd see Bear and you've been out on the wild and everything like for a
Yeah.
while, so like it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Like his hair is actually gray, then it's like more not matted, and he's put like hair clips and like tied them into braids with little
Yeah,
golden
in fact,
clips in
I
them.
like
And
this idea that during the night, while everyone immediately like kind of went to bed after dinner, Bear spent like almost 2 hours just like with the little comb, kind of like just desperately like pushing it out, like getting all the like little clumps of dirt and such out.
Yeah, he's making himself like
Yeah,
he's gonna be in town for a while, so he wants to look presentable. He has like a beard, but like he shaved it down to like 5 o'clock
I
shadow, like
see.
look.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gave
like
himself
well,
a little makeover while he was here.
yeah, to
Yeah.
like be more
So yeah, the
less
bear that you knew
noticeable.
last night, you see him and he is sharp. Well, as sharp as one can. But yeah, he's still kind of got his barbarian feel to him, what with his clothes and such. But he's sort of cleaned up a fair bit. Actually,
Right.
Bear, you can take this option. You can decide not to, whatever. But since Garrick and you are about the same size, if you want to borrow like some of Garrick's like kind of like nice about the town suits, he said he was willing to let you borrow one if you wanted.
I would want my stuff to get cleaned, so I would, but I wouldn't get anything fancy. You know, like suspenders, like
Yeah, yeah,
like
just like a
green
working
pants
man's,
suspenders,
yeah, a
and like a
working man's
white
nice outfit.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
like just no white
Yeah.
shirt, little newsboy cap.
Yeah, he's so Bear is dressed up very nicely for the occasion, and
Yeah,
Lavin, you see this too, and this is not a face of Bear you have seen before.
You clean up nice, Bear.
I always do. I was taught that in the tribe. Once you're in town for a while, make yourself look presentable and blend in.
Hmm.
I hate it, but I have to.
Oh, right. Speaking of blending in, uh, I will. I up to this point, I've just been in my changeling, my like
Hmm.
untransformed.
Yeah.
Um, but since we're going into town, I'll change into the picture I put in the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
my general form.
Yeah. So yeah, blonde, blue eyes, sort of a good looking person type. Yeah.
Harry Potter with
Yeah.
the stripe in the middle, right? Scar.
Yeah, glasses and like a
Oh,
scar
that's
that you
right.
could see on so in their non-changed form, they have like a thick scar like right on their forehead. And then when they change into the um blonde kid, there's like still a very thin version of that scar. Like they can't get rid of
Okay.
it.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. Just like a permanent kind of thing. All right,
Hmm.
so and Bear sort of make your way to what sort of the Smithies district, right? Um, and you two, like, what do you guys talk about on the way? We don't need to RP
Um,
out the whole thing if you guys don't want to, but just like just general themes.
I would ask how Casey knows Lavin.
Okay.
Like, it's an interesting meetup, and
Mm.
like, what would they do? Like, they've been
Mm.
on the ship and ask if they sail much or anything.
Yeah. So like, how do you know each
Oh,
other? What do you do for a living? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a sailor by trade. So that's my job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm making a map. I'm making a really big map. Um, and I met Lavin a bunch of years ago. I just happened to come into port and went to the bar and met them, and I knew what they were.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we just started hanging out, and then every time I came into port, um, we hung out.
So you consider yourself a sailor? Yeah, it's all right. I would say my job was based around the sea, but I wouldn't really call it a job.
Mm. Yeah, and as you guys are making your way through the Smithy district, there's all sorts of salespeople hawking their wares. Plenty of humans, most of them are Cormet's natives, but you can hear other languages interspersed in. You see a couple rock dwarves even selling out their wares. Like there's like a shop where there's like five of them, one standing on the other's shoulders, just like sort of like showing off the big axes they've got and things like that. There like any kind of shop. Is there any particular like kind of shop you guys are looking for, or just like a serviceable one, like a cheap everyday one?
It, Bear would look for something magical. I'm sorry, out of character, I want something magic. In character,
Okay.
Bear would think like something magical, something
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So those rock dwarves from earlier, definitely catch your eye. Then come
Do you
in, try our wares. They sort of sing in unison.
do you speak Dwarvish by any chance?
My character, yeah, I actually think so. It's since his tribe had like he lived in the mountains. There's some like dwarves there too, like that.
Yeah.
Mixed with them.
Even
So
if
like we
your
would
character
understand.
doesn't speak it like officially on their character sheet as language, he probably knows a few words here or there. You know,
Mm, yeah.
it's like if you grow up in LA and you're just constantly around people speaking Spanish, even if you don't speak Spanish, you know a few words of Spanish.
He
All
definitely
right.
knows all the swear words.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cultural
of course,
osmosis.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
Okay,
those
I actually know it too, so maybe we can like get a better deal or something.
Wait, what are you looking for? What are you? Are you looking for something
Oh,
big?
oh no, I just need some new armor, but maybe I can help you find something. Or if they've got like magic, I mean that's always useful. Let's see what they have.
Oh, well, we'll get you something so you don't die. Unlike Mysarius and Lavin. I'm gonna be honest.
and
We need to get them something better.
mhm.
They just keep getting stabbed.
And the three
There's
rock
not always
dwarves
a hit.
come up to Bear on each other's shoulders, like three stacked three high, and that way they're about at your height. And he, the oldest one on top of the chain says, "Broderick, how are you? You want to try our wares?" And they
Bear
all
would
do like little jazz hands. And one
Bear
of the
would shake
dwarves
his
is
hand.
like,
He
"You
just
do what you gotta do to
amazed.
sell the stuff."
I know it's like a lot of showmanship just to sell me an axe.
Well, this is one of the most popular districts and one of the most popular cities in the world. If you don't have showmanship, they ain't coming in. So try our wares. And they all jazz hand again.
I guess we have to try their wares. I feel like if we
Yeah.
don't, they're gonna hate us.
And they like almost like jostle you in to their dwarven metal smithy shop, and they just like any like since these are sort of French style tall sandstone buildings, they have sort of the bottom floor sort of set up as a shop, and they've sort of decorated the interior to kind of look even like a dwarven hall, like a small Casa Doom from Lord of the Rings with like
Ooh.
nice big square columns, and they've got a variety of pretty nice looking metal objects actually. Like any weapon you can really think of, mundane is definitely there, and there's a few that feel a little different. And we've even got more! Yes, more! Yes, more! Locked up in the safe! The safe! The safe! So if you have an order you want us to get you, we can get it!
Question: did we sell the bottle of wine yet, or do I only have the money that I?
I'll say you guys pawned it off on your way here, and you got
Mm.
120 GP for it. Sound good?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay. What are you looking for today, you young, spiffy young gentleman, and you lovely lady?
Oh,
I'm
well,
Horseshoes?
looking for some
Rapiers for home
armor.
defense? We've got it. Oh, sorry for cutting you off there.
Do you have armor?
Oh boy, do we have armor. Bloggins, take her. That's a bad name. But I'm sticking with it. Bloggins, take her to the armor section. Yes, sir. And he sort of like a dwarven tailor starts like taking your measurements like, uh-huh. Yes, sir, we've got plenty that can fit someone like you. Maybe a bit less that can fit that large gentleman, but we could try. What are you looking for?
Um, I need something that's like light and movable. But might offer a bit more protection.
Are you
I've got
talking
this. I've
chain?
got this one now.
Mm.
Oh no, no, that's much too heavy for me.
Scale,
Um.
plate, splint, we've got it all.
Uh.
We even got studded leather.
Oh,
Nobody
that one.
likes the studded leather.
No, no, I want the studded leather.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah.
And they sort of show you to this sort of fancy suit. Well, not it's not fancy, but it's like a very solid piece of leather armor, and it's got like a nice area in the middle for basically putting whatever sort of insignia you want. They can sort of like stamp it like they do on a cowhide. And it's got sort of how do I put this? It's not like a skirt, but it's sort of like a skirt where it's just sort of like a skirt of a leather kind of thing, where it comes down to like sort of more like coattails than anything else.
Okay. Yeah.
Will this
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
All right. That will be. Uh, how much should we charge her? I don't know. She doesn't look like she has a lot of money. How much are you willing to pay?
Um, were they speaking in Dwarvish when they said I don't look like I
Yeah,
have much, or
they
were they like
didn't.
telling
Yeah,
me?
they don't think you know the language. So they were kind of speaking in and amongst themselves.
Okay. Um, I I've been around sailors long enough and like pirates long enough to know that you don't keep all of your money in one money pouch. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll pull out like the most obvious one
Mm-hmm.
and like rifle through it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Here, I posted
what?
in Groovy kind of what I'm thinking. Um, but instead of those two top buckles, it's sort of more of a wider area where you can put an insignia.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, yeah, yeah, for sure.
The amount of times I've used that particular suit of leather armor for reference is
Yeah, I
amazing.
know, right? I know, right? It's a classic, but it's it's a classic for a
I like
reason.
it. Yeah. Um. Okay. Much.
How about
Uh.
50 gold? 50 gold.
Do I know how much a suit of studded leather is usually worth, or
You
usually
know it
you
usually
get for
goes
it?
for about 45.
Okay. Um. Uh. Oh gosh, I don't have that much. I have. Let me see, and I'll like start counting.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
You start counting your 300 gold that you got.
No, it's divvied up, so I only have uh like well, I knew that it was going to be 45, so I
Mm-hmm.
have 45 in this one, but I'm not going to tell them that.
Okay.
Um so I'm going to
You're gonna haggle.
stop at yeah, I'm going to
All right.
haggle. I'm going to try and haggle.
And here, I'm a push it along a little bit and say like you enter
Okay,
negotiations, things go pretty well, and you manage to get them down to 40 in the end.
done.
Mm-hmm. And
Love it.
then whatever insignia you want, they can emblazon it now.
Okay.
Um, so you can either say that now, or we can figure that out after session, whichever is fine by
Uh
you.
I'll do that after. Yeah.
Okay. And then Bear, what are you looking for?
Anything that's like two-handed and that I can swing and kill something with,
Mm-hmm.
like something I can do some damage to.
200 battle axe, even though historically those are not real. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
are, but they're just very useless.
Oh, you want our bugbear basher? And they show you to this dwarven maid. Uh, it's dwarven made, but it's made clearly for like half orc shock troops kind of thing, where it's just this really big warhammer on a pole. That's the
Like
bugbear basher.
uh, would you say it's a warhammer or a maul?
It Yeah, for stats, if we're just talking stats, it's a maul.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I like mauls.
Not only is it a
Um,
maul, it's actually a +1 maul.
how much?
That baby right there, 200 gold minimum. That's a masterpiece of work.
Is it a masterpiece of work?
Yes.
What's that?
Is it a masterpiece of work? Does it actually look like it's as good as they're
Yeah,
saying it is?
it does look pretty fucking swish. It's like if you go to an anime convention and the one sword you know you can't afford, it's like, oh, it looks good though. It looks good. It's got like a custom leather grip, comfy, you know. It's even got a little symbol of like a bugbear with X's over his eyes.
Hmm.
You can
I think yeah,
all
Bear would.
and you know rock
Bear
dwarves are
would.
even known for their craftsmanship, so you can tell this is chef's kiss, delicious.
Bear would get it, and he would also get like this doesn't help him at all, but it's just
Hmm.
like the flavor. He would get like bits of armor, but like
I
metal
hit only
boots,
for one.
Yeah,
like
he's
metal
just
boots, like yeah,
kitting
like
himself up
just
with little
small bits.
bits and bobs. Yeah.
Yeah, and like a helmet, like
Okay.
a helmet with like horns or something.
Yeah.
Like
What
he's
what armor does he wear right now?
he doesn't wear armor. No, like this arm, it's not like to help him. It's
Okay,
just
this
for
this
like
is no
flair.
stats. Got it.
Yeah, no, this is just
Okay.
for flair. Like he
All
would
right.
have like metal
Yeah, just
boots,
something
like
to keep in
stuff.
mind. Got it.
Yeah,
All right, so you pay the 200 GP for this?
yeah, and
Yeah, just
the cost for the extra little
I didn't
bits.
get all this
okay.
money.
So
I'm broke.
so you pay 220 in total, and they say thank you for your patronage.
I am broke, but we're
But
good.
I don't know though. You got the
Damn.
bugbear basher though.
I
That's
have a
pretty
Do you have
hammer.
swish.
do you have
That better
spell
be a plus
components
one.
here?
Yeah, spell
Or would that
components.
be somewhere else?
Spell components. I'm just gonna say like you pay for and you pay the amount it
Okay.
takes to get them. I'm not gonna make you RP out going every
You
little
use
bits and bob shop.
components? You don't have an arcane focus? This
For
is better,
rituals.
Not everyone
For
a
a
bitch
ritual.
boy like Magic Boy over here. But speaking of Magic Boy, Miseries, you sort of go off on your own. Or in fact, I'll even say Hollow finishes up with his smoke bombs, which
Yeah.
Hollow you can now add 8 of those to your inventory.
Ooh.
Um, and you two go off with each other to oh man, what did I name her again?
Sid. Hold on. I
Salyu,
don't
that's
have the
it. So yeah, so you go to sort of mhm.
SALIUX. That's what I
Yeah,
got.
you guys are in the alchemists and chemistry district, and the district has an entire like smell to it in and of itself. And you may be getting lead poisoning just by being here, but at the center of the district is a pretty fancy shop, 2 stories tall, with plants growing out the sides of it on either side. And right at the front of it is a sort of older lady with goggles on who has sort of the same hair color as you and pinched ears at the side. And you can tell, yes, that is Lady Salyu just sort of sitting there, waving as customers pass the store by or come inside.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'll just.
she's sort of just sitting back on a chair outside her shop.
I'm just gonna go up there and say, "Hello there. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm." Hold on, I'm trying to remember my last name. I can't remember what I made it.
Okay. No. She looks you over for a second, and she sort of reaches into her bosom and pulls out a cigarette and lights it up, and she says like, "Miseries, that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Bruno didn't raise you right. You haven't even made a name for yourself yet, have you?
I found a dragon, although I lost. What?
You lost to a dragon, I heard. What do you need,
Yes.
kid?"
I'm having so. I just was wondering how to wake someone up from a sleep spell, like a potion.
Hmm.
I know that you're very good at potions, so I thought.
And he hasn't woken up on his own?
It's
Do
been
you
like a
have
day.
the address of the place?
Hollow. This is my friend Hollow. We're in a
Okay.
party, and he has the
And
address.
we'll say Lavin gave you the address, right? You sort of know how to get back to where you're staying. She says
Yeah,
like
I don't know the actual
she says
address.
like I'll need to take a look personally. If he hasn't woken up on his own by now, that means that they're using something a little illicit at this point.
All right.
I can assure you that this must be a deep, professionally made sleep potion. And we've tried a lot of stuff, even
All right.
the
Well,
occasion to the
I'll
face
take a
and
look
make
on my
knockout.
own then.
Thank
Lead the
you.
way, boys. And she stands up on her own with a cane, and she's like, "Lead the way, andale, let's go."
All right. Um, we just start going. I'll be talking to her like, how's the shop going?
You know, you could have taken an apprenticeship with me, but instead you decided to join an archmage's college. You know, these kids have no respect for the apothecary arts.
I like the spells more because it's a little bit shinier, but I can understand that.
You
Lavin, what were you getting up to today? Or were you just doing like maintenance around your house, getting settled back in?
Maintenance around the house, taking it a little easy because I'm still kind of
Okay.
bruised from the day before.
Are you missing any hit points right now?
No, I took the long rest and recovered. But
Okay. Yeah. Then
for
we'll say
flavor.
yeah, we'll say like even the flavor stuff is pretty dealt with by the time everyone starts pouring back in from their day out. So
But Meadow here, how do you do real like in D&D? How do we do real injuries? Like if you lose a hand or something, like how does that work?
that you may find out in a few sessions at this rate.
I don't know.
Well, I'll explain. I'll explain it as it's relevant. Sound good?
Yeah.
But yeah, you all make your way back. And actually, as you and Garrick are sitting down after, doing some light cleaning and stuff like that, the folks start pouring in. Casey has a brand new suit of studded armor on. Bear has what looks to be like just the fanciest warhammer he could find. And it's him size too. So this is like a 6 foot long, two-handed warhammer he's got. Maceres and Hollow come back in, and following them is an old lady hunched over with a cane.
Do I recognize her at all?
This is Lady Salyu. She's pretty well known in the city, and she's also fairly well known for having open criticism of the Duchess. So she's on thin water with nobility. That was a highly publicized scandal that happened about a year ago, as the Duchess ascended to the throne.
Good afternoon. Welcome to my manor.
Lovely place. And she's smoking. She's hunched over. She basically looks like. I mean, she looks like an enormous I don't know, cranky old person. I heard you have something you need me to examine.
Right. This way then. And Lavin leads up to the penthouse, and they're in like a half elven form with long black hair today, which is kind of like their standard.
Yeah.
When doing business.
Yeah, your comfy day to day wear.
Yeah.
Well, it's not 20. You're changed then.
And Garrick and whoever else wants to follows you up as well behind the older lady.
I'll follow. Also, once we got back to the manor, I dropped my form.
And Salyu looks at you and she says, like, "So are you Maceres' gentleman these days?"
What? What? No.
No?
No. She's She's my partner in she's actually pretty new to this, but we just kind of met. But she's a friend of the Levin.
Levin.
Levin. I know. I want to say A for some reason. I say A.
Forgive me, I was being hopeful there for a moment.
I'm trying. And you just see him look down into the front.
Man,
I met them yesterday. I don't know. Which one is Viserys again?
Me.
The half
that right
No,
there.
I'm asking that in character.
That right there, and she points to Viserys, is my failure of a nephew.
She is not a great wingman.
No one in the family really is.
Theories at the moment. Let's be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna defend him for a second. Why is he such a failure?
What's that?
Why is Masari such a failure?
Oh, failure? Well, by now he should have made a name for himself. But instead, he's been slowly clinging to the underside of society rather than embracing a family of proud traditions. Basically, when you reach of age in our family, you're supposed to go out in the world and make a name for yourself. Most of our talented line have done so by his age. His father had already been given a noble title by the time he was Viserys' age. But this young man has lagged behind and has not done a single split of prestige by his point. Frankly, I am dishonored to even call him a spouse, but he is spouse all the same. Or not spouse, kin.
Yeah.
He is kin all the same. Forgive me, I'm old, alright? My memory's starting to go.
So, as they say this in like the title, Bear would ask. So the issue is he doesn't have a title.
The issue is he doesn't have honor or prestige.
Why does honor
What?
matter?
Why does honor matter? Have you seen Sabino? It is a cutthroat town. If you don't have something worthy to your name, then you are nothing. You are trash. Now
So
then.
if I do not have honor myself, I am nothing. I am trash.
Yes. Now then, let's see the body.
Foolish. You're very foolish.
And
I'm
is
just
this
like,
the room where the body is? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen like the really scary German grandmas? Yeah, she gives off that kind of vibe. And she looks over Giovanni. Well, one, that's an interesting client you have there. But secondly, and she starts like, feeling his pulse, checking his forehead, sprinkling some herbs over him, doing some strange stuff. Not even you're quite sure. Like she has like a leg bone that she's like rubbing up and down his like forehead. I see.
Bear would just start nodding. This seems super shamanistic, so like that fits in with the tribe.
Yeah. Well, so that's the interesting thing you kind of realize, right? Is Cormetz is, exactly what you would picture like a quote-unquote civilized, city to be. But it is interesting. The action she is doing is very reminiscent of, the shamanism that you see in your own people. And, Bear maybe even thinks for a second, like, maybe some of these traditions are even at work here. Fascinating. And she says, very well, I can wake him. I have all the ingredients except one. And I don't know how to say this, but I don't quite, I'm not exactly hopeful of the suppliers. I can wake him, but I'll need your help.
Of course.
Very well.
It just springs up like trying to trying to prove.
Yeah, like he's trying. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll do it, like eagerly volunteering. And
Yeah.
she says, like, well, and she looks at Bear and she looks at Lavin and she looks at Hollow, like, I'm certain they have the skill to do it. Very well. There's essentially a special type of seaweed that is only grown in one cave by one person. Technically, two. Down to the southeast, there's a place by the name of Cannibal Cove. These are very choppy waters. They're dangerous. But in Cannibal Cove lives a pair of sea hags, twins. They will have this rare seaweed. If you can get that for me, I can awake him. In fact, it's
Alright.
even called Awakener's algae. If you can get that,
It's called
Awakener's
Awakener's
algae.
what? Algae.
If you can get me some Awakener's algae, I can res him. But anything else will be too little.
Okay. Everyone, I think we can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And-
sure.
we don't.
Casey, you at least have an idea where this is.
Mm-hmm.
You have a map, yes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Show it to me. Show
And
it to me.
I pull out like 30 maps until I
Mhm.
find the right one.
Yeah. So she sort of takes out a pen from her bag, and she looks at the map for a moment and scribbles down like a pathway to Cannibal Cove. She says, "There you will find it."
We should really.
And
How far does it? But like, how far is the how many days would it be?
it'd be a 2-day travel. It's not too bad.
Back one way or back and forth?
Back and forth.
Okay.
And she says,
Yeah.
with that, and she cracks her back, I'm returning to my shop. When you have the Awakener's algae, let me know.
Very well. We will contact you when we get back to town.
And she like almost smiles for half a second, like, She lights up another cigarette as she leaves.
We really need
And
to
she
have
sort
a-
of pushes past Garrick, like, out of my way. What was that about?
Well, we need.
Sorry, my aunt's a little grumpy sometimes. She's
Tell
old,
me.
you know.
Well, for the time being, this is a little tricky. I don't want this place to be closed down for too long. Well, I suppose if we leave him up here, locked in my quarters and under surveillance, shouldn't be too much of an issue. No one's going to be looking
Don't worry,
for him here.
I've got some boys who owe me some favors. I could call those in and get that done.
Okay. We can leave him here, and we can head out probably this evening if we can arrange it.
The other problem I think this is underwater, right? This is like a cave underwater that we gotta go to.
You got a spell for that?
I mean, are you asking me, DM?
Yeah,
I mean, you know it to be a cove. That's about it.
a cove.
Yeah, I was just
Okay,
thinking
so
like
not
a pirate cove.
necessarily underwater.
It
Okay.
could be underwater. It could not be. You don't know.
I mean, if it is, I could breathe underwater for a long time.
Yes.
I can also breathe underwater.
Paolo,
like
What's
forever.
the name of your ship? Oh wow.
We can get to that later.
Alright. Well, because I'm thinking that we might need to use your ship to travel.
I don't know if he has a ship.
You
Later
could
things.
use that, but the route it would take is essentially you'd have to go upriver out to the sea again, and then take like a big U-turn around, right? Imagine like if you wanted to get from one side of Florida to the other, taking the ship, you'd be going all around Florida instead of like just straight across. So you could take the ship, but it would take longer actually. In this instance.
Oh wait, so we can just walk there? We can just walk there?
Yeah, Cannibal Cove is along the coastline to the southeast. She said.
Oh yeah, let's just walk there then.
Yeah.
10-day trip, so horseback.
Yeah. We should
Good.
really come up with a name for our group,
Do we have to?
please.
I mean,
Unnecessary.
I would like
wouldn't
to
that
go.
mean? I mean, wouldn't that mean we're friends? I don't think we're friends. Any of us.
Fair,
We're
you don't
not
consider
even
me a
close to
friend?
that yet.
Well, I
So
mean, there's something, but I don't know everyone else considers everyone else.
That's a fair point.
I look at Lavin to see if they think we're friends.
Yes. Yes.
Casey's worried. Cyrus
Yeah.
is worried. Hollow doesn't care.
I think friendship builds with time. Maybe by the end
Yeah.
of this quest, we'll have had like
Tolerate
a
each other.
yeah. It'll be like the start of summer camp versus the end of summer camp.
We
Yeah.
still hate
all of
each other, but we know each other now.
Yeah. Well, and with that, they begin their plan to make their way to Cannibal Cove, and
Cannibal Cove.
and with that, I'm
It's
gonna
totally
call
gonna
the
be Cannibal
stream
Cove.
here for today. If that sounds all good with you.
Yeah,
Good to
that's good.
me.
Fair enough.
I was actually expecting if the tech issue hadn't happened, I would have expected we to end the stream at Cannibal Cove, but things happen.
An
And
hour of tech issues.
yeah, again, that usually doesn't happen, so I'm gonna be taking extra precautions to make sure that does not occur next session.
Alright.
And
That was fun.
yeah, and with that, I'm gonna raid into a friend and end the stream there.
Well,
Partially because my computer is getting le crispy. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Alright.
And there we go.
That was fun.
yeah.
Yeah, and we've raided into this new channel. So at this point, anything you want to, stream's over essentially.
Did we want to discuss the ground